Carrington Cardinal basketball is brought to you by Gar Dental, Central City Lumber, CHI, St. Alexius Carrington Medical Clinic, Professional Eye Care Centers, Carrington Drug, Headlocks, Arrowwood Prairie Co-op, Beckett Insurance, Sendak, Passett Motors, Bank Forward in Carrington, High Plains Equipment, Carrington Dental Care, Leading Edge Equipment, Dakota Central, Old National Bank, DJ's Home Center, Evans Funeral Home, Farmers Union Insurance, Randy Huey Agent, Retzlaff Seed and Supply, Napa Auto Parts, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, the Carrington Healthy Communities Coalition, Central Pharmacy, Central City H2O Plus, and Summit Physical Therapy. Now, Carrington Cardinal basketball.
With the band blaring in the background, we welcome you to the East Gymnasium at Carrington High School. Cardinal girls basketball tonight on the radio and on YouTube. And tonight it is not a region game, but it's quite possibly the most unique game Carrington will play all season as Region 1's Kindred Vikings come a-calling tonight in the Central City. With Vinny Rappel running our camera and with Tate Wolski. BJ Walters with you. I promise we're going to talk a lot of basketball tonight. But earlier this afternoon, it was announced that Tate has committed to play football at the North Dakota State College of Science. Tate, congratulations.
Thank you. It's been quite the journey, and I want to thank my parents for following me around all these years, and I'm excited to start the next chapter.
They're not going to stop following you around, by
the way. No.
We have one of the best defenses in the state in Carrington going up against, with the greatest of respect to everybody else in this state, the best 1-2 punch in Class A basketball tonight.
Yep. Kindred's a really powerful offense, and it's going to be interesting what Mr. Broughton, a.k.a. the Wizard, pulls out of his hat tonight to see what he can do to stop this offense.
Well, when Tate says powerhouse offense, what he really means is two players, Sierra Nipstad and Liza Trenbeth. They both average over 25 points per game, so combined 51 a game. The rest of the team averages 11. So the first hard question for Tate tonight, fill in the blank. Kindred cannot win the basketball game if Trenbeth and Nipstad score less than
25
each. So 50, basically their season average.
Yeah, no one said my math was good.
Well, none of us are.
Well, yeah.
Two 10-win teams. Carrington has won 8 in a row. They're 10-3. Kindred 10-4 on the year. They're coming off of a week after losing to Valley City at home, 76-68. This is a rematch of the state qualifying game a year ago. Carrington won it 48-44. Nipstad and Trenbeth had 33 of the 44. That's 75%. But Tate, this year, they're scoring 82% of the Vikings' points.
It's actually going to be really interesting because with Carrington's defense, if they shut those two down, if you're Kindred, who do you look to score?
Their next highest scorer is Kate Odegaard, who averages 5 a game. Now, we will hear from the Hall of Famer shortly about the fact that this is exactly the kind of game where you can't let anyone else have a career night.
You are correct, and like I said, I'm excited to see what Mr. Broughton pulls out of his hat, because on Tuesday he pulled a W out of his hat, and it's going to be exciting tonight what he pulls out of his hat.
Well, he's pulled out 479 W's over 27 years as the head coach, so there's a lot of tricks out there, obviously. All right, we'll take our first break. When we come back, there's a big game tonight in the region that could have a major impact on Carrington. We'll talk about it when Cardinal basketball continues on the I3G Sports Network.
Guard Dental in Carrington has your smile on the mind. Guard Dental specializes in orthodontics, cosmetic dentistry, teeth whitening, dental crowns and bridges, dental veneers, dental implants, general and family dentistry, root canals, clear aligner orthodontics, sedation dentistry, dentures, lasers, TMJ therapy, and wisdom teeth removal. Call Guard Dental today for family dentistry and beyond. Guard Dental in Carrington, 701-652-2300.
Your first car. It may have been a fixer-upper, but you treated it right. It was your own. That's how Showplace Cabinetry approaches each crafted piece. We deliver it to you with care, because it's our own. Central City Lumber can help you choose the design of your dreams. Give them a test drive. This American-made cabinetry is adaptable to your unique style and built with pride. Every single piece is back for a lifetime. Bet you wish you had that deal on your car. Stop in at Central City Lumber of Carrington, and let's build a beautiful kitchen or bath that really turns heads.
We're back in Carrington. It's the Cardinals and the Kindred Vikings. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Live from the East Gymnasium, this is Cardinal basketball.
The Cardinal is AM 1600 KDAK, Carrington, and FM 100.1 K261EW, Carrington. Locally owned and operated by I3G Media.
Cardinals and Kindred Vikings coming up very shortly, but of course, as I choke through it, go ahead, say whatever you need to. Man, you know, I was sick a couple weeks ago, and this is the last remnants, but I can't get rid of the gosh darn cough. Nonetheless, there is a big basketball game that could have major implications on Carrington tonight. It's happening on Fort Totten. Thompson and Four Winds Minnewacan. What do you think? Do you think Surrey Gord can beat Thompson?
No. Addison Sage, I'm going to steal Dad's words here, but Addison Sage right now is playing out of her mind, and you're getting that production out of Kaya Hurst. You're getting 15, 20 out of her every night. That's hard to stop.
Sage has been on quite the heater over the last 5, averaging 28.5 points per game. That's a lot of points.
Wish I could average that.
I don't even want to talk about my basketball career. Other games going on tonight, well, there are none. But tomorrow night, Harvey Wells County is at Thompson, and Devils Lake is at Shiloh Christian. Also, new rankings today. South Prairie Max, Thompson, Valley City, Hazen, Carrington. If you're saying, BJ, that looks a lot like the old rankings, guess what? You're right.
Yeah.
Exact same top 5 as last week. The teams receiving votes, Turtle Mountain and these Kindred Vikings. Now, the region standings are a little different. It's not a big change because Devils Lake has more games left in the region.
Yeah.
But the loss to Carrington on Tuesday dipped them to 4th. Four Winds Minnewacan are currently 3rd. So the game going on tonight would theoretically right now be a regional semifinal. Hillsboro absolutely annihilated Grafton the other night.
So that secures their spot.
And Hillsboro is here Saturday, 2:15 airtime, only here on YouTube. We'll have wrestling on the radio for you from New Salem. Well, this summer, Cardinal head coach Andy Broughton was inducted to the North Dakota High School Coaches Association Hall of Fame. And the Hall of Famer joins us right after this when Cardinal basketball continues on the I3G Sports Network.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Life is about moments, big or small, joyful or challenging. At Carrington Health Center, we believe everyone in our community deserves compassionate care close to home, so you can focus on enjoying those moments surrounded by the people you love. At our facility, we put the care in
physical therapy,
radiology,
the acute care, clinic,
Carrington,
Back in Carrington, it is the Cardinals and the Kindred Vikings coming up, and we're joined by Carrington head coach Andy Broughton. And certainly for your group of girls and for the fans, you see Kindred, and first memory that's going to pop up is that state qualifying game from March. It's certainly a good memory for your program.
Sure, and they got some of the same athletes back, and they'll be full force, and we'll have to play some really good defense tonight.
Tuesday was a high-intensity game. It was an overtime game. It's not like you're playing 10, 11 girls to begin with, so how have the last 48 hours been? How are the girls doing in recovery from that one?
Well, we had a few bumps and bruises, and but sports in general, you gotta put up with some of those things, and everybody looks healthy for tonight, so we're ready to go.
Now, it was such a mature performance, I thought, Tuesday night from your team, especially the way they handled Tylee hitting the shot to force overtime, and then Devils Lake scoring 4 points to tie the game in overtime. Just a lot of maturity shown.
Sure, it was back and forth. I mean, both teams made some great basketball plays, and we just happened to make the last one, and that score could have been reversed pretty easily, and our kids seem to handle either direction. They stay composed, like you said, which carries them good.
Tonight, totally different challenge. This is probably the best 1-2 punch in Class A basketball in the state with Nipstead and with Trenbeth. What makes them so good?
They got offensive skills. They got length. They can drive to the basket. They play good defense. They're just well-rounded players, and they can shoot the ball well. And when there's two of them, it makes it a little bit tougher to guard. We played some real good people, and when you got to guard one, you can focus that. But then two is double the focus, and you can't let those other three get loose either. So it's got to be help to helper kind of thing, and really strong defense.
How similar are their styles of play, or are there differences?
They're both just explosive scorers, and they both can bounce it. So they're very similar. Sierra plays a little bit more of the point and Trenbeth the wing, but they both come off screens well. They both post up sometimes, so you got to take that in consideration. And they both play off well. They look to pass. They're good passers. So
this is also a team that's not incredibly deep. 8 on the roster now. Sam will play all 8, no problem. But is this a game where you can try to speed it up, get some traps in the backcourt with your press, and try and turn them over a little bit?
I think we got to be more disciplined. Those two guards are 5'11". They're going to throw over a lot of traps, and they're going to bounce the ball down the court pretty well. So it's going to be can we stay disciplined in the half court and make all their shots one and done? Just standard shell defense.
And in terms of those other players, you just mentioned that you can't let them get going. That is obviously a big key to this, because coming in, their big two average 51 of the 62 that they put on the board per game. It's important not to let someone else have a career night.
Absolutely. And, if you spend too much attention and if your head is turned, you're going to get beat on the back door or get beat on the backside board. So you can maybe take a one-step help, but it's got to be help and recover, and it's got to be quick to the recover and find the ball. So overall, we just have to play our game. And, on offense, we'll probably see that 1-3-1 trap with Sierra at the point. And, we've seen a lot of that kind of defense, and, we practiced against it last night. It's hard to simulate it, but, if we can break it and get some open looks and drain those open looks, and it helps our cause.
Well, Coach, have some fun tonight, and good luck.
Thanks, BJ.
That is Cardinal head coach Andy Broughton, and when we come back, it will be the Bassett Motors starting lineups when Cardinal basketball continues on the I3G Sports Network.
Carrington Drug, your independently owned Good Neighbor Pharmacy, salutes caregivers everywhere, the ones who aid an aging parent or nurturing a sick child. The fact is, we are all caregivers at different times, and your community pharmacist is ready to go above and beyond to support you with encouragement and guidance, good times and bad. Visit with Matt Paulson and his expert staff at Carrington Drug, 415 Main Street in Carrington, caring for you and our community.
Always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks.
Head on over to Headlocks of Carrington for some great deals after the Cardinals game. If you and your friends come in sporting any Cardinals gear, you'll not only receive the friendliest service around, but also special discounts. Ask for more details and visit us on Facebook for all of our happenings.
The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks.
Headlocks, Carrington, North Dakota.
Back in Carrington, it's the Cardinals and the Kindred Vikings. Before we get to those lineups, Kate, this place has filled up in a hurry.
Ain't that the truth?
I mean, this side is packed.
Real.
And Kindred fans, thanks for joining us tonight on YouTube. We appreciate it. And
The handles. Wow.
Ah, yeah. Well, let's give you tonight's Bassett Motors starting lineups. Bassett Motors has a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. The sales crew offers friendly personal service. Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends. Call today, 652-2955. First for the Kindred Vikings. They'll start at one guard, a 5'9 sophomore, Ivy Trenbeth. 0.8 points,
There's
3.5
Trenbeth?
rebounds. Yeah, there's 2 Trenbeths.
Oh, boy.
3.5 rebounds, 2 assists per game. At the other guard, 5'9 sophomore, Collins McQuillan. 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists per game. At one forward, a 5'7 sophomore, Kate Odegaard. 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists per game. And then the big two. A 5'11 sophomore forward, Sierra Nipstad's already a 1,200-point scorer in her career. 25.3 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists per game. And the other senior forward at 5'11 is Liza Trenbeth. 25.8 points per game, 7 rebounds, 2 assists for head coach Sam Brandt. And now the starting lineup for the Carrington Cardinals. It looks this way at a guard, a 5'9 senior, Sienna Top, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and assist and a half per game. The other guard, Mara Johnson. The other guard is Mara Johnson, 5'8 sophomore, averages 9 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. At one forward, the 5'8 junior Harper Coleman, 6 points, 5 boards, 2 assists per game. The other forward is 5'8 sophomore Aniston Hornet, 11.5 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists per game. And in the middle, 5'11 sophomore Mara Coots, 9 points, 7.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists per game. For 27th year Hall of Fame head coach Andy Broughton, 479 wins, 161 losses. Tate, keys to the game tonight. First for Kindred.
Kindred, you got to be able to handle Carrington's press, and you got to handle the defensive intensity. And for Carrington, you got to stop the big two first before you can do anything else. So
pretty simple, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, we'll see if they can do it. Carrington's in all white with red numbers. Kindred in all blue with black numbers outlined in white. And the opening tip is next when Cardinal basketball continues on the I3G Sports Network.
There's no community like a Cenex community. That's why every Cenex store is proud to serve theirs by supporting local athletic teams, promoting the arts, and making sure each store is a place its neighbors can find what they need, catch up with their friends, and stay connected. It's also why we give back, helping to make the wonderful places we call home the best they can be. The store next door, powered locally at Cenex.
Visit your local Arrowwood Prairie Co-op in Carrington, Wimbledon, Cooperstown, and Sutton.
When you're thinking about insurance, think of Bickett Insurance. Bickett Insurance, through our partnership with Auto Owners Insurance, can take care of your farm, home, auto, business, or life insurance needs. The agents at Bickett Insurance have over 115 years of insurance experience. We know how to design policies to protect the things important to you. Give Bickett Insurance a call today.
Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency. Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency.
Here at Sendak Cooperative, we're here to provide you with all the products and services you've come to rely on for your farm operation. Please give us a call for all your fertilizer, seed, energy, and fuel needs for this year's growing season, and let us help you with all your grain marketing decisions. You can contact us today at any of our locations in Central North Dakota or visit us on the web at sendakcooperative.com. Sendak Cooperative, helping farm owners grow and succeed today and into the future.
Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Hi, this is James at Bassett Motors. Let's test drive a new Chevrolet together. Stack up the savings with discounts and rebates combined with 0% financing for the lowest payments of the year. See us online at BassettMotors.com or call us 701-652-2955. Or better yet, stop in and see our wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Where our customers send their friends.
The colors being retired here inside the East Gymnasium, and now the two teams will be introduced. Tate, we're not ever going to say that you were Coach Broughton or anything, or even a coach for that matter.
True.
But if you were, who does Harper Coleman start on tonight? Doesn't mean she has to stay on her, but who does she start on?
Ooh. I'd have to say Nipstead. She's a strong driver to the hoop, and I think, and if I was a coach, I'd make them hit shots from the outside. And if they do, you tip your cap to them. Exactly like you said earlier when we were talking as I was icing.
I know what you're thinking. They talk off the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Talk to a lot of people. Sometimes it's people I don't know.
True.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. First time I met Coach Broughton's wife, I had no idea who I was talking to. Now I know.
Yeah?
And congratulations to her. She's retiring, I think it's Monday, from her career. So congratulations to Mrs. Broughton.
Well deserved.
Very well deserved. For Kindred after this one, they're at the front of a back-to-back. They have Northern Cass tomorrow in a region game. Carrington will also play Devil's Lake on Monday. That's a back-to-back for Devil's Lake. They go to South Prairie Max on Tuesday. That's a heck of a back-to-back.
That is.
My word. We hope you enjoy it. All right, I'm not going to report that score because it can't possibly be correct. But we hope you enjoy it.
Wow.
Kindred from left to right, Carrington from right to left. On KDAK FM 100.1 AM 1600, The Cardinal. On the KDAK, The Cardinal mobile app by asking your smart speaker to open KDAK, The Cardinal at newsdakota.com. And tonight on the KDAK, The Cardinal YouTube channel. Is that score right, Tate? Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, I guess it is. It's 3-0 Thompson over 4 wins halfway through the first quarter. So, all right, whatever. We'll keep you posted. Tate will be able to keep us posted on a whole bunch of games. He was our first guy that knew that Benson County had lost the other night. Also, right now on KOBC, I mean, I don't know why you would want to go over there, but
yeah,
it's Valley City and Lisbon in girls basketball, and it may not be that close. Valley City won the first one by 34, and Lisbon's still looking for their first win. Trenbeth and Coots to jump center. And here we go. Sam Brandt's ready to go. So is Andy Broughton. The opening tip is controlled by Kindred. And immediately here's Nipstead against Mara Johnson. So Coleman starts on Trenbeth as Nipstead misses. Rebound Aniston Hornet. There's a key, Tate. When Nipstead and Trenbeth
whoa.
Miss, the ball came loose. Eventually Kindred have it come almost behind them defensively. 1-3-1. We'll get to that thought in a minute. 1-3-1, it will be all night.
You gotta keep moving it.
Here's Hornet into the corner for Harper Coleman. Back to Hornet, right side, Sienna top. Deflected ball, stolen by Trenbeth, foul on Sienna. The thought that I had, Tate, is when the big two miss a shot, you had better get the defensive rebound.
Yeah, because they're really good. That's all you can say.
45 seconds gone. Here's Trenbeth faking right, going left, spins into the lane, leaves it right side for McQuillan. Skip it to the left wing corner. Now Nipstead against Mara Johnson. Into the corner for Kate Odegaard. She'll drive right. Kate Odegaard. Oh my goodness, they call a foul on Mara Coots first. And it's her first. Well, I thought they could have called a travel, but they go with a foul.
I guess we can call it a travel. I was busy munching, keeping me quiet.
Deep inbounds comes to Nipstead, the sophomore, around a screen. Interestingly, the switch was Harper Coleman. Right side, McQuillan gets a screen guarded by Hornet. Leaves it at the head of the keeper, Odegaard. Down low it goes, knocked away by Top, stolen by Hornet. They were going for the other trend back, Ivy. Skip pass left wing to Hornet. Here's Johnson, right wing corner. It's Coleman dribbling through a double. Skips it right side to Top, left wing corner. Now
Keep
back
the ball
to
moving.
Sienna Top. Hornet again, left alone for three. Off the front of the rim and taken in by Collins McQuillan. And here comes Kindred with Sierra Nipstead down the lane. Nipstead is fouled on the floor. Oh my goodness, they call it a shooting foul. Boy, that's a lot of continuation. Have mercy. And the foul is on Mara Johnson, her first. That's some NBA continuation there. And free throws for Nipstead.
If that's what we want to call it.
First one goes. Nipstead's a good free throw shooter, 71%. And Kindred scored first tonight. Second one long, rebound, Hornet.
Now they're in the 1-2-2.
It's a 1-2-1-1 back into a 1-3-1. A top three is long.
Ooh.
Backside rebound. Coleman is fouled. And she'll shoot two. And the foul is called on Kate Odegaard. Her first, team's first. Harper comes in 65% at the charity stripe. Carrington were not great at the line Tuesday, but it was enough to get the win. The free throw is long. And by not great, I mean 14 out of 24. Not great. Second one upcoming for Coleman, the junior. She fires it and ties. Finally did rattle home. It tried not to, and we're tied at 1 on the bank forward scoreboard 2 minutes in.
Are we playing hockey?
Well, the rim tried to make a save. Here's Trenbeck, a three. Not an air ball, but a very short shot.
No.
And it deflects all the way out to Liza Trenbeck. Near the timeline, she'll dribble right around a couple screens, try to get inside, throws it up. No, rebound Mara Johnson. She had Ivy Trenbeck wide open for about 6 seconds and never made the pass. Here's Mara Johnson. Finds Aniston Hornet right side. Into the corner, Harper Coleman a three. A little short. Rebound deflects down to Nipstead on the move. Sierra Nipstead down the left side. Picks up her dribble. Wrap around feed. Gets it back. Nipstead starts a drive. Gives to Trenbeck for the layup. Liza Trenbeck's first basket makes it 3-1 Kindred. On the right side, Sienna Top. Into the front court, around a defender. Now holds. And throws one up top to Harper Coleman. Back to Sienna Top. Down to Mara Coots, who's fouled. And that's 2 on Kate Odegaard. And Sam Brandt does not have a deep program. She's only got 8 varsity players. Now, she plays them all, but there's only 8 of them. And she brings in Kaija Starcevic, 5'6" freshman forward, a point and a half, a rebound and a half.
There's a Starcevic?
Yep, per game. Here's Mara Johnson popping a three long. Backside board taken in by McQuillan. Taken out of her hands by Top. She'll give it left side. Hornet a three short.
Oh.
And Mara Coots can't save it. It'll go to Kindred leading 3-1. 4:37 to play, opening quarter. And this is not a hot offensive start tonight. And I'm being kind. Here's Nipstead.
Well, it is cold outside, so.
Well, we're matching it right now inside.
Thought
Inside Trenbeck.
Thought it was drafty in here.
Trenbeck tries to drive on Coleman, gets cut off. Spins right, has her pass picked off by Hornet. Aniston the other way, gets trapped, had it go out of bounds off the foot of Trenbeck. 6 to get it across for Carrington. Let's keep that in mind as well.
You got to get it across. You've got to get it across.
Back to Johnson. In the middle, Coleman. Skip it left side, Sienna Top. They do get it across. Here's Coleman driving in, and a kick ball by Nipstad. Halfway through the opening quarter, it's 3-1. So if you follow a lot of Carrington girls basketball, it's pretty much what you expected, and I'll give you a shocking stat in just a moment. Here's Mara Johnson, down to Mara Coots. Extra pass, Hornet, triple team, kick out, top of three. Off the front of the rim, rebound, Coots. Back up, into the foul. Chance at a three-point play. Starcevic with a really unnecessary foul.
Real. And Coach Brandt's telling her that right now.
There is no reason to commit that foul. We're tied at 3, and Mara Coots can give Carrington their first lead. She does. 4-3 Cardinals.
To be honest, I might have made that foul.
I mean, you have to just let Coots lay it up at that point. You cannot commit that foul. Can't do it. Nipstad, left side. Here's Trenbeth around a screen. Gets to 14
Oh, good
feet
move.
and got fouled. Trenbeth will shoot 2. So that stat, Tate, I know you're dying to hear it. Carrington averages 16 more points per game in region games than they do non-region games.
Really?
Which, I guess, familiarity? Trenbeth nails the front end.
Hey.
I guess that's got something to do with it.
I didn't think so.
Harper Coleman got called for her first foul. Trenbeth, as Cody Thiel checks in, misses the second. Rebound Thiel. 2.5 points a rebound per game for the
Okay, get it to the middle now.
Here's Harper Coleman driving in, extra pass. Coots gets inside, finishes with the right hand.
Well, there's a press breaker for you.
Mara Coots with 5 at 6'4" Carrington on the main forward scoreboard. Left side, McQuillan into the corner for Starcevic. Driving right and giving to Trenbeck. Gets inside, little runner off the mark, wide right and out of bounds. So Trenbeck, walk us through this, Tate. She collects herself, then takes an extra Euro step every single time.
I think that's just the advantage of being lengthy in girls basketball that you have.
Maddie Peterson, 5'7" freshman guard, 2.5 points and a rebound per game. They just don't have a lot of points other than the big 2. They just don't. Hornet throws it towards Coots. Up ahead, Coleman.
Cut.
Extra pass, Cody Thiel, wide open 3. You bet. Cody Thiel hit 4 threes in the B game. She's got her first of this one. It's 9-4. And a moving screen is called on Ivy Trenbeck. Her first team's 4th. And Mara Johnson back in for Sienna Top. Look, at some point, teams got to figure out you can't leave Cody Thiel wide open.
You'd think,
You
but
would think that. Coleman.
there's
goes
there's
left side.
but there's also a time and point where you want to say you want to make their bench beat you.
Here's Johnson stepping into her own 3. It's good. Timeout, Kindred. Carrington have scored the last 9. 2:22 to go in the first. Learn more about premium Wi-Fi and experience Command IQ today at dakotacentral.com. 12-4 cards. It's a 30. We'll keep it here. What a sudden change, Tate, from nobody can hit anything to Carrington hitting back-to-back threes.
Floodgates opened up.
It did. It certainly did. By the way, trivia question for you.
Uh-oh.
And if you don't know the answer when I tell it to you, you're going to be bummed out that you don't know the answer.
Okay.
Before Tuesday, when was the last time Carrington won a game in overtime? I'll let you stew on that one.
Was it against Linton to go to the state tournament?
It was in 2021. Well done, Tate. Wow. Driving right, Trenbeck spins, leads it. Right side, getting inside Peterson. She's cut off.
Oh,
right
that was a
side,
try.
Peterson spins, goes to Ivy Trenbeck. Now Nipstad left wing corner. A three is off the mark. Rebound Johnson.
Good box out.
Really good position by Mara. 1:45 to go in the first. It's Hornet. Back to Johnson.
Oh, that was close.
Skipping it to Coleman. Into the middle for Coots. She has it knocked away and stolen.
Uh-oh.
Up ahead. Here comes Nipstad down the lane. She'll lay it up and in. Sierra Nipstad has 3. It's 12-6.
You can pretty much guarantee that one.
Especially with Mara not wanting to commit her second foul.
Yeah.
In the middle, Coots. Corner, Thiel. Extra pass.
Oh, my,
Johnson,
good pass.
Wide open three.
Boom.
She got it. Mara Johnson with 2 threes. It's 15-6.
Floodgates really have opened up.
This is exactly the way the first quarter went in Mayville in March. And Kindred made a run. Here's Trenbath going right, getting downhill and missing.
Boy,
Offensive
Harper.
rebound. Back to Trenbath, who puts it in.
Harper was just hounding her right there, and that was fun to watch.
15-8. There's Johnson into the middle. Coots holding. Spins left, goes to Hornet. Extra
Hit
pass.
it.
Harper Coleman a three. It's off the mark. Long rebound. Nipstad. Sierra Nipstad the other way, poked away from her by Harper Coleman with 37.4 to go in the quarter, and Carrington up by 7. Collins McQuillan returns for the Vikings. Sienna Top returns for Carrington. For Mara Coots, Carrington goes small.
Want to get a quick shot off?
It's Trenbath around a screen. Kick
Uh-oh.
out. McQuillan a three off the front of the rim. You're
Yep.
fine with that shot
Yep.
if you're Carrington. Cardinals have it. They could hold for one, but they might not need to. In the corner, Top. Back for Hornet. Johnson.
Got to keep the ball
Skipping.
moving.
It's Top. It's Hornet. It's Johnson. Back to Hornet. Johnson again. In the corner, Cody Thiel, open three. In and out. Rebound Hornet. Kick out Thiel. Extra pass Johnson. Top. Coleman, 2 seconds. 1. Johnson, a three at the horn is short. And that's how the first quarter comes to a close. A good quarter for the Cardinals. They lead 15-8 on the Bank Forward scoreboard. And Carrington basketball will continue in a moment on the I3G Sports Network.
This is Bryn Hansen, a senior at Delax Billington High School and the 2025-26 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Participation in high school activities offers a plentiful supply of solid, real-life examples of the positive values that we place such an emphasis on later in life. We learn to play by the rules through activities. The importance of teamwork is learned on the athletic field and in band, choir, speech, debate, and theater. Students learn to work hard and respect authority through these experiences. This has been a public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
Running tough, running strong. High Plains Equipment.
High Plains Equipment is your authorized Case IH dealer serving farmers around Carrington, Devils Lake, Rugby, and Harvey. When you're ready to invest in a new piece of quality Case IH equipment, their friendly, knowledgeable sales, financing, service, and parts departments will make sure your experience is outstanding. Visit highplainseq.com to connect with your local Case IH High Plains Equipment location.
There's not a lot shocking about that first quarter.
Nope.
Guess where the 8 points from Kindred came from?
The big two.
That's right. But Carrington have hit 3 threes. They've got 5 points from Mara Coots, and they lead 15-8. Second quarter underway.
Carrington.
Starting 5 out there for Carrington. And look at this. They have shot Kindred out of the zone. It's 1v1. And a basket cut by Hornet. Spins, puts it up short. And a rebound down to Odegaard. And she has it knocked out of bounds by Coots. You have shot Kindred out of a defense that they have made a name for themselves with.
Yep.
That's pretty impressive. Here's Trenback. Driving left. Leads for McQuillan. Throws it right side. Holding it is Odegaard. Looks for the backdoor cut. It's collected right side. A three for McQuillan. Spins out. Rebound Hornet.
Good box
Again,
out.
You want Collins McQuillan taking that shot. At the other end, Harper Coleman, kick out Johnson.
All right, someone's lost their person.
It's
right
top,
there, right
it's
there.
Hornet, a three.
Boom.
Yes! Aniston Hornet with a triple. It is 18-8 Carrington on the Bank Forward scoreboard.
Floodgates opened up and Kindred forgot their life jackets.
Odegaard. Throws it right side to Nipstad. Nipstad gets a switch on her with Tom. Now Trenbeth guarded by Coleman. Trenbeth inside, puts it up way off the mark.
Wow.
Rebound Hornet. Aniston the other way for Carrington. It's Harper Coleman left side. Harper down the lane, puts it up. No, but a foul on Odegaard, her third. Coleman shoots 2. Boy, Carrington is sharp as could be right now.
Yeah. Kudos to Coach Broughton.
We're always worried coming into these kind of games, and honestly, at this point, I don't know why. Free throw is good for Harper Coleman. And I don't mean that Kindred isn't a great team, then they could still win this game. I'm just saying Carrington is always so well prepared.
Yeah.
19-8. Coleman's second free throw makes it a 20-8 lead. Harper checks out for Cody Thiel. Got an update on that game going on at 4 wins? No, I will try to find the update. At the other end, it's Nipstad holding, leaving for Trenbeth. Down to the post, stolen by Cody Thiel and saved in. On the right side, Coots to basket cutting Hornet, who finishes and draws the foul. Chance at a three-point play. Wow. Maddie Peterson gets the foul. And a timeout, Kindred. A Dactyl timeout with 6:14 to go before halftime. And the Cardinals kind of running away with it, up 22-8. And Cardinal basketball will continue on the I3G Sports Network.
Many dream of 5-star hotels and 5-star restaurants. What about 5-star treatment from your dentist? That's exactly what you'll get at Carrington Dental Care. Dr. J's and Dr. Chaz's gentle, relaxed, and friendly atmosphere will give you a full-service dental experience with 5-star customer service and care. Carrington Dental Care will give you 5-star dental treatment for the entire family. New patients are always welcome. Visit thecarringtondentist.com or call 701-652-2801.
Horrendous.
Couple score updates. 4 wins Minnewacan leading Thompson with 2 minutes to go in the first half. 17-15, and now it's tied. And the Valley City girls 3 minutes in lead Lisbon 17-0. But the Valley City boys are making the headlines tonight, Tate. They lead Devils Lake in Devils Lake at halftime, 31-25. Aniston Hornet trying to complete a 3-point play here. She rattles it off. Rebound. Out of bounds off Trenbeth. This is a 19-4 run for Carrington. They were down 4-3. Remember that?
Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh, I think Trenbeth has a bloody nose. She does. Oh, there was contact, and Trenbeth's out. Emma Mathis comes in, 5'4" freshman guard, half a point and a rebound per game. This is bad news for Kindred. They got to get that clogged up real quick for Liza Trenbeth. Real quick. And I think Brady Smith is on his way to do that.
Yup. That's what we call.
And that's out of bounds off Sienna Top, a turnover. So now you can totally key in on Sierra Nipstad.
Yeah.
Here she comes with it. Nipstad across the timeline against Mara Johnson. Left side, around a screen was Peterson. Back to Nipstad, and she almost traveled.
She almost carried it.
Gives to Mathis, left wing. Here's a drive by Starcevic, and she is fouled. Starcevic shoots 2. And the foul is on Carrington's Mara Coots, her second. Team's first of the second quarter.
Ollie.
Free throws for Starcevic, who is, well, all right, that one went in. She comes in a 36% free throw shooter. Tate's hand goes up like, me too. No, you're a little better than that, Tate. Second one upcoming, 22-9. 22-10. That didn't look like a 36% free throw shooter.
No.
And Sophie Spitzer comes in, the 5'11" junior center. She gives Mara Coots a bit of a breather. Carrington by 12, 5:50 of the first half on the bank forward scoreboard. It's Top. Dribbling to her right. Around a screen, now goes left. It's 1v1 defense. Here's Hornet. Driving left, skips it to Harper Coleman. Down to Sophie Spitzer. One dribble, turnaround jumper, banked it wide left. Rebound, held ball, it goes to Kindred. 5:29 of the first half, and Mara Johnson returns.
That was a quick jump ball.
You know, David and I back at the station were talking about this. Over the last 5 years, in not just girls basketball, but at the collegiate level in women's basketball, jump balls are quicker than they used to be.
Yeah.
Nipstead, left side, Ivy Trunback. Nipstead again, driving right, stops, spins, kicks it left wing. This is Mathis. Back to Nipstead, straight away, Starcevic. Dribbles left, spins, leads it for Nipstead. Drives left, Nipstead leads it, open three is long, rebound, Hornet. Carrington dominating the backboard.
Yeah.
Here's Aniston, Hornet across the timeline. Goes right, leads for Mara Johnson, open three, good!
Wow.
25-10 Carrington on the bank forward scoreboard.
How many does she have? 4?
She's got 3 triples. Carrington have already hit 5. A basket cut and a layup. Nobody. Oh, and that's the second foul on Harper Coleman. Free throws upcoming for Maddie Peterson. That's a big moment. Harper's second. Andy Broughton may say, you know what, I trust you.
I get told that a lot, and look what happens.
Free throw goes in. 25-11. Mara Coots back in, and Maya Nice is in. 5'7" freshman guard, 4 points and almost a rebound and a half per game. Carrington by 14. Second free throw, good. Well, they've gotten 4 from the role players. It's 25-12. Johnson into the middle for Coots. That's a foul all day. She completely baited Ivy Trunbeth into that foul. Reaching over the top. Her second, team's third. There's some foul problems right now for Sam Brandt. She's only got 7 players at the moment, and 2 of them are in foul trouble. In the corner top.
She may have to tell one of her JV players to go back and change.
Johnson, nice. Deflected ball, nice. Lost it out of bounds. The Carrington JV won 53-20 tonight over Kindred. Cardinal varsity up 25-12. Almost halfway through the second quarter. Bank forward scoreboard. Nipstead stops, drives left, puts it up, missed it short. Rebound Coots.
You won't see that happen very often.
Here's Hornet down the right side for Sienna Top. Tamara Johnson. Left side, Maya Knight, or rather Hornet down towards Coots, not the right pass, stolen. Here comes Kindred.
It was close.
And it's Nipstead a pull-up 3, that's good. You cannot let her step into that.
That's
tough.
tough.
It's 25-15. Last 5 to Kindred. Here's Hornet, left side for Top. Now Johnson, Sienna Top left wing. Skip it, right side, in the corner, Maya Nice a 3. It's long, rebound comes down to Ivy Trunback. Here's Nipstead. Harper Coleman's gonna come back in with 2 fouls. Nipstead around a screen, dribbles left, leaves it for Ivy Trunback. Driving left, Starcevic knocked away, stolen by Sienna Top. Here's Mara Johnson to the other end. Mara all the way in, kick out, 3, Hornet, boom! Aniston Hornet a 3, it's 28-15. Here comes Liza Trunbath back to the bench. A 3 for Nipstead, long, rebound, out of bounds, it'll stay at this end. Spitzer, Coleman, and Thiel back in, and here comes Trunbath. Or not yet. Now Trenbeth is in. Did Sienna touch that ball? Because she looked dumbfounded at the call.
Well,
here's Nipstead. Down towards Trenbeth, stolen away. A held ball will give it to Carrington.
Well, I like to act like I didn't touch the ball, even though I did sometimes.
That's not a great pass.
No.
I don't care if you're 5'11". That's not a great pass. And back in Mara Coots.
They saw your finger.
Mara Johnson. Right side, Harper Coleman to Mara Coots.
Make her commit.
Holds it. Down to Harper Coleman, who lays it up and in. Coleman with 5. It's 30-15 Carrington. Trenbeth the other way. In on Hornet, spinning, firing, and missing. Rebound, Cody Thiel.
Kindred just seems like they're rushing shots right now.
They are. Here's Harper Coleman. Holding, finding Hornet. Back to Coleman. In the corner, Johnson. Down to Coots. She'll lay it up, miss it. Got it back up. No, but a foul on Trenbeth. It is all going the way of the Cardinals right now.
Things went south for Kindred really quick. Get it? Because they're from the south.
First free throw for Mara is long. I'm going to non-comment that. Sienna Top back in, as is Starcevic for Ivy Trenbeth. At the half, Thompson leads 4 wins Minnewacan 18-17. Second one long, rebound taken down by Nipstead on the move.
Stop the
2
ball,
minutes
stop the
until
ball,
break,
good.
And a ball knocked away from behind by Johnson, stolen by Cody Thiel.
Hello.
Sienna Top holding timeout, Andy Broughton. He knew the clock was running out on him. It's a 30-second Dactyl timeout. Cardinal basketball brought to you in part by CHI St. Alexius Health, Carrington Medical Center, compassionate care close to home, and Bicken Insurance. For your free estimate on auto, farm, home, business, or life insurance, call Bicken Insurance, 652-1775, located near the roundabout in Carrington. Now, there's still a minute 50, and you want to finish this half strong, but this has been a picture-perfect half for Carrington.
Yeah. They've hit a lot of shots, and everything right now is just going their way.
They've hit 6 threes. Their season high is 9. That came against Dickinson Trinity.
Wow.
And the shots they're getting are high-quality looks.
Yeah.
Which can happen against a team predicated on ball pressure.
Yeah, I think.
When I played, my coach always said, if they press us, one of 2 things is going to happen. You're going to turn it over 40 times, or you're going to shoot 60%.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Mara Johnson to Aniston Hornet. Dribbling left. Stops. Gets trapped. Finds Sienna Top. Now she gets around one. Finds Mara Johnson in the corner. Cody Thiel down to Sophie Spitzer. Her jumper is good. Sophie's second field goal of the year. And it's 32-15 Cards. A 7-0 run. And now in the corner, a trap, a deflected ball. It comes to Trenbeth, 1:10 to play in the half. Trenbeth around a screen, goes behind the back with it, crosses over right. Trenbeth cut off by Hornet, spins, fires, and misses. Rebound Aniston. They're dominating the boards.
I love watching
Johnson, 1 minute and under that to play in the half. Carrington by 17. Top, Johnson, holding, skipping to Thiel. Now Top, right side Johnson, extra pass Hornet.
Are they back in their zone?
Skips it to Sienna Top in the corner. Cody Thiel, open 3, a little long. Rebound deflected and taken in by Starcevic. Here comes Trenbeth. Trenbeth crosses over, stops, pops, and drops from 14.
That's tough.
Liza with 7. It's 32-17. Hornet to Top, who's fouled by Trenbeth. Her second, team's 5th. Sienna Top shoots free throws. Sienna will shoot 2. She is a 61% free throw shooter with 19 and a half to play in the half. 32-17 Cardinals. Coming up, Central City H2O halftime report. We'll have stats and scores, thanks to Tate. First free throw for Top, right down Broadway. 33-17. Ever been to Broadway?
Have not.
Me neither. Second one.
Field trip.
Rattles it home, 34-17 Cardinals. Here's Nipstead with 15 left in the half. Nipstead around to Trenbeth's screen. Gives to Trenbeth. Her three is short. Rebound, deflects down to Trenbeth with 4. Gets inside with a runner that goes. 34-19 is the halftime score. All in all, you're going to hear an eruption of an applause, and Carrington deserves it. They lead by 15 at halftime on the Bank Forward scoreboard, and Cardinal basketball will continue in a moment on the I3G Sports Network.
This is Tanner from Leading Edge Equipment. We've got you covered for all your on-farm bulk oil needs. We deliver high-quality John Deere engine oil, High Guard, Cool Guard, and DEF, along with a wide selection of oil tanks and accessories. Call Scott in Michigan, Chuck in Carrington, or me, Tanner in Devils Lake. We're ready to deliver right to your farm. Leading Edge Equipment, your family-owned John Deere dealer in Michigan, Devils Lake, Hamden, and Carrington. Talk to the parts department today.
Do you want to make sure homework time isn't spent on games and video streaming? Dakota Central can help. With Experience IQ, you set limits to ensure your kids aren't playing when they should be doing homework. With premium managed Wi-Fi from Dakota Central, you can create healthier internet habits for your children from the easy-to-use Command IQ app. Learn more about premium Wi-Fi and Experience IQ today at www.dakotacentral.com.
Carrington sports fans, want to stay on top of all the local action? Catch what you missed by checking out the Foster County Independent. From game-changing plays to memorable moments, we've got you covered with the most in-depth sports coverage in town. And don't miss our stunning photo galleries that capture every thrilling moment and winning smile. For the latest scores, stories, and stunning sports shots, grab your copy of the Foster County Independent today or visit us online at fosterconews.com.
Here at Old National Bank of Carrington, we prefer to be the bank of choice that helps our clients fulfill their dreams, passionately supports our communities, and invest in the growth and development of our team members. Our mission has deep roots and a trusted partner. We invest our time, heart, and expertise so that our clients and communities thrive. Come see us today at Old National Bank from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday on Main Street in Carrington.
Here with sophomore Aniston Hornet, you got big minutes off the bench last year. You were very productive. How excited are you to now be a starter this year?
I'm very excited. Obviously last year we were dominated by seniors, so I get to be a leader this year, and I'm going to take that role as best as I can.
How do you lead individually?
Just showing up to practice with a positive attitude and paying attention so I can teach the younger girls how it's supposed to be.
Last year, your game was so well-rounded. How is it different this year?
Last year I felt, coming in, it was hard, but this year I'm ready to take on new roles. So you'll see me in the post, you'll see me high post, forward. Yeah.
Last year ended at the state tournament, so I think I know the answer to this question. What's the goal for this year?
Make it to state again and possibly win.
There you go. That's Aniston Hornet.
When it's time to buy a new appliance for your home, remember DJ's Home Center. Did you know they are a locally owned business and that they have been serving this great community since 1993? DJ's Home Center services and delivers within 45 miles of Carrington, bringing you the best prices on all major brand appliances. So don't go anywhere else. Remember that DJ's Home Center is your local, low-priced, best-trained appliance store. Located right by the roundabout. Go Cardinals!
Committed to serving you with compassion. Evans Funeral Home of Carrington and New Rockford. Always available with the care you require, even at the most difficult time. You can count on Evans Funeral Home to provide guidance and answers when it comes to pre-planning, finding the perfect monument or marker to honor your loved one, or for service arrangements. Contact Evans Funeral Home in New Rockford at 947-2911 or in Carrington at 652-3003.
No one said you got to show up to look good.
That's what Tate was talking about. I don't know what he was talking about. It's the Central City H2O Carrington halftime report. Genuinely, I don't know what he was talking about. Central City H2O of Carrington has all of your beverage, water bottle, dispenser, and vending needs covered. Visit CentralCityH2O.com or call Kevin up at 701-652-2141 because when's he working, Tate?
Never.
He ain't never working. All right, well, what's been working has been Carrington in that first half. 34-19 they lead, and they have got it from a lot of different locales, shall we say. 9 points from Mara Johnson, 8 from Aniston Hornet, 5 from Harper Coleman, 3 from Cody Thiel, 5 from Mara Coots as well, and 2 each from Sophie Spitzer and Sienna Top. Kindred got 9 from Liza Trenbeth, 6 from Sierra Nipstad, and 2 each from Maddie Peterson and Kaja Starcevic. 3 ties, 1 lead change. Kindred's biggest lead was 1 point. Carrington's biggest lead, 17 points on 2 different occasions. Look, they've got 15 right now. If they get 30, Kindred will get run out of here.
Yep, I totally agree with you on that. I was just going to say that because if my math's correct, 9 plus 6 is 15, and they've got 19 points right now.
Now, they are, what's 15 into 19? That's about 78% of their points. They come in at 82% of their points, but they also come in averaging 51 a game, and they're on pace for 30. Look, it doesn't matter. We have seen this time and time again in this gym with this team. Surrey Gord comes in here, 15 points under her average. Annabelle Sheeler comes in here, 15 points under her average. It doesn't matter who you are. Carrington's a different animal defensively.
Yeah, and I think another thing is Carrington's got the home crowd advantage, and I think that's playing a big role in Kindred too. And I think Carrington's press has got Kindred really, really sped up, and they are rushing a lot of shots.
Score updates. Thompson now leading 4 wins Minnewacan 29-21 in the third quarter. How bad is it in Lisbon right now?
Oh, we'll take a look.
Tate was totally not prepared for me to go there.
45-9.
You know, that's Carrington's last regular season game at Lisbon. What incentive is there for either team to play that game at this point?
There's no point.
I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying I have any inside information.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm just saying, what's the incentive?
I don't see one.
All right, let's get an update on a couple of other scores. Oak Grove leading Northern Cass 44-40 in the third, and Grafton fell to East Grand Forks 70-65. What about in the boys' side of things in Class A? Well, Devil's Lake has blown the doors off Valley City. I believe that's a 30-6 quarter.
Yeah.
In the third, they're up 55-30. 7 here. Carrington 34-19. You told me during that break, Coach Broughton was livid with that last possession. So what adjustments does he make at halftime?
You gotta find the ball right away as soon as that shot goes up and find who you're guarding and box them out, because as you saw at the end of the half, you don't box out, it's going to lead to points because good teams find ways to score, and she found a way to score.
If you're Sam Brandt, what do you do right now?
I honestly couldn't tell you. You've been shot out of a defense that you've established all around the region. You've been
ineffective offensively.
Thank you. That's exactly where I was going for. You're rushing shots. If you're Kindred, you just have to slow down and just get good looks at the hoop. There's been a lot of fouls called. You got to get to the free throw line and score with the clock stopped if you want to have a chance to win this game.
You got to do what Carrington has done. Carrington has gotten good look after good look after good look in this first half. All right, we'll see if that happens. That's the Central City H2O Carrington halftime report. The second half is coming at you next when Cardinal basketball continues on the I3G Sports Network.
Central City H2O of Carrington has all of your beverage, water bottle, dispenser, and vending needs covered. They serve a 15-county area and deliver to home, office, and work sites a line of water and other products. Visit CentralCityH2O.com or call 701-652-2141. Visit them on Facebook for more information about in-home and office deliveries and the products available. Hydrate your home and office. Central City H2O of Carrington. We supply the water and vending you need where you need it.
When you work with your local Pioneer team, you gain hardworking partners who strive to know your every acre. Doug Retzlaff is your local Pioneer Seed sales representative in Carrington. Call Doug at Retzlaff Seed and Supply LLC. He will do the best to match the right product on the right acre and supply you with unparalleled choices of Pioneer Seed products treated with Lumigen brand seed treatment to protect your investment. Doug and his team also carry a complete lineup of livestock feed and minerals. Retzlaff Seed and Supply LLC in Carrington, near the roundabout.
Almost time for the second half here in Carrington. Don't forget, we are back with you Saturday. 2:15 airtime as the Cardinals try Tate to get vengeance on their only region loss to this point.
Healthy.
That's right. 3-point loss on the road at Hillsboro when Mara Johnson didn't play.
Speaking of healthy.
I'm fine. I'm fine. You're not taking me out of the game, Coach. Here we go, second half. Kindred has it, moving right to left now.
Said that a time or two.
On the right side, Ivy Trenback to Liza Trenback. Left wing, Collins McQuillan, backdoor cut. Nipstead, I don't know how she made that catch. Left side jumper, not even close. Rebound on the floor, taken out of there by nobody. It's a held ball that goes to Carrington. There's been no field goals made by anyone but Nipstead and Trenbeck.
Kind of figured that.
They've only hit 6 field goals for the whole game. 4 from Trenbeck, 2 from Nipstead. Here's Johnson. Right side against a 1v1. They're out of the zone. It's top to Coleman. Mara Johnson, right side, Sienna Top. Starting 5 out there. Top gets by her defender and lays it in. Sienna Top with 4, Carrington 36, Kindred 19.
Kindred's going to look to push. Wow.
And Trenbath is bumped by Top, her second foul. First of the half. How about that drive by Sienna Top right by Ivy Trenbath?
That was impressive.
Sienna's gotten so much better this year, and we knew she was good. She just didn't get a lot of time last year.
Wow.
Here's Liza Trenbath driving down the lane, putting it up, missing long, rebound Sienna Top.
Speaking of the devil.
Yep, here comes Aniston Hornet down the right side, up by 17. Hornet all the way in to finish with the right hand. She's got 10, 38-19 Cardinals.
Here comes Hornet.
You like that, do you? Nipstead's 3 is good.
Oh.
Sierra Nipstead with 9, and it's 38-22. Nipstead with 2 triples. And here's Johnson, left side to Coleman. Back to Johnson. Top, right side. Dribbles left, holds. Now picks it up and gives it to Mara Johnson, 6'10" of the third bank forward scoreboard. Here's Johnson, downhill in a hurry. Got fouled on the floor by Ivy Trenbath, her third. Team's first. So that's not a shooting foul, but the one in the first half
I was just going to say that.
It's the same play. Goodness. Peterson back in, Starcevic back in. Or not Starcevic, Mathis back in. Here's Coots. Up top.
Swing it.
Give it to Aniston Hornet. Back to Sienna Top, right side. Mara Johnson drives and kicks to Top. Sienna holding.
Good cut.
Now drives. Sienna still holding, 20 to shoot. Bounces
She's
it
holding
to Hornet. Up at the head of the key between the rings for Johnson. Mara dribbles left, gets a screen from Mara Coots. Gets trapped and got tied up. It goes to Kindred, 38-22.
Oh, I thought they called a foul. One down here did, and the other.
Again, I'm a proponent of football officials have it. Let's give basketball officials earpieces so they can talk their way through it.
I
with
agree.
Each other. Give them that tech. Here's Trenbeth around a screen, left alone for three. She misses long. Mara Johnson has the rebound. That goes back to Tate's point. You want them shooting threes. Lower percentage shots. He talked about that in pregame. Here's Coots. It's Hornet holding. Left side, Harper Coleman. To a cutting Aniston Hornet in the post. Spin, kick. Coleman to Coots. Takes a dribble or two in and got fouled. And that might be 4 on Odegaard. We'll see. It is. It's 4 on Odegaard. Team's second.
She's going to stay in. Oh,
well, no, she's not. Here comes Starcevic. This, I'm telling you, this is a problem. They have a player with 4, with 3, and with 2, and they only have 8 girls.
Yeah?
Here's Coleman in the corner. Hornet dribbles to the head of the key. Drives in. Lost it momentarily. Picks it back up. Finds Mara Coots in the post. Who goes up, missed it, got it back, got fouled. Who's it on? It's on the floor. And the foul is the second on Maddie Peterson. Third team foul. Carrington by 16. 4:46 of the third. On the inside, Sienna Top missed it. Sam Brant's talking to her players while Carrington is inbounding the ball. It was 5 on 3. What on earth? Here's Trenbeth to Nipstad.
She had a flashback.
Nipstad back to Trenbeth. Holding, dribbling left into the lane, puts it up, missed it, but draws the third Harper Coleman foul. Second team foul, free throws for.
He just called for the switch.
Free throws for Trenbeth, who's 1 for 2. I'm sorry, but going back to that, what was that? Free throw is good. There's no way that should ever happen. Maya Nice is in for Coleman. As a coach, you have got to know when to talk to your players, right?
Maybe they were drawing straws to see who would play defense.
I don't know. Second free throw is good, 38-24. And now they'll press, big time. Down the right side with Hornet. You and I have talked a lot about this. We'll get to it when we get a chance.
What haven't we talked a lot about?
Here's Hornet near the timeline. Dribbling left. Tried to leave it for Mara Johnson, and now it's lost. Stolen by Starcevic. At the other end, Nipstead from the elbow, short, rebound Coots. Mara comes out of there with it.
Good strong rebound.
Here's Aniston Hornet. What I was going to bring up is the idea as Hornet drives right and kicks to the corner. Maya Nice a three off the front of the rim. Rebound loose, and a held ball will keep it with Carrington. From the first game against South Prairie Max, it's been pretty clear you cannot press Carrington this year. You cannot press them.
No.
Back in Ivy Trenbeth. Baseline left inbound for Aniston Hornet for Carrington. Throws it in deep to Maya Nice. Here's Mara Johnson. Crossing over left, gets downhill. Mara is fouled by Trenbeth, and that's her third. Mara to the free throw line. They've got to switch that possession arrow. The next one should be Kindred. Free throws for Johnson, who is a 77% free throw shooter. Yep. I think they're going to. Sam Brant's arguing with the official as the first one goes in. 10 for Johnson, 39-24. Harper Coleman back in for Aniston Hornet. Look, there's one thing that all the Region 1 officials know. If Sam Brant disagrees with you, she'll let it be known.
Yeah.
The second free throw is good, 40-24. 11 for Mara.
Yeah, but you see, sometimes you just got to tell them they're doing a good job.
Here is Trenbeth. Dribbling left. Around the screen, goes right, gets inside, puts it up against Coots. Missed it. Good defense by Mara Coots. Sienna Top has the rebound. Up ahead, Mara Johnson. Lost the ball. It comes down, and it's a held ball that gives it to Kindred. Should go to Kindred. Are they really going to screw this up?
Shh. I told you.
Oh, my goodness. They're giving it to Carrington. There's no way. There's no way that this should be Carrington's ball. They're going to give it to Carrington. 3:14 to play in the third. All right. Sienna Top gives left wing corner down to Mara Johnson. Foul on Sierra Nipstad, her first. And Johnson to the foul line as that puts Kindred over the limit. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification live from the Central City. This is Cardinal basketball.
The Cardinal is AM 1600 KDAK Carrington and FM 100.1 K261EW Carrington. Locally owned and operated by I3G Media.
We have not had a free throw yet. And I think Sam Brandt's noticing what I've known. First free throw is off the mark.
You know,
they should have had the possession arrow.
Have I ever told you? Nah. That's a text message story. That ain't an air story.
Second free throw for Mara is going to rattle home. 41-24 Cardinals. With 3 minutes, 5 seconds to play in the third. Bank forward scoreboard. Nipstad gives to Trenbeth. Left side, it's with Maddie Peterson. Right side, Trenbeth. A three is an air ball. On the backside, taken in by Ivy, and Mara Johnson deflects it out of bounds.
Gotta wait until you have a seatbelt on, because you're gonna need to buckle up for this one.
Here is Nipstead to throw it into Trenbeth. She does exactly that. It's so predictable. Dribbling right, because that's who you want having the ball.
Yeah.
Trenbeth drives right, throws up a wild shot that Mara Coots has the rebound on, and she is fouled. That is Ivy Trenbeth's fourth. There are two players with 4 fouls for Kindred, and Mara Coots will shoot 2. I'm telling you, Sam Brandt is looking back at her bench going, there's not a lot I can do. She's going to bring in Mathis. Coots' free throw is good. This matches, actually no it doesn't, 42-24 our score. If she hits this one, it would match the largest lead for the Cards. Second one?
All right.
It does, 43-24. All Carrington tonight in the Central City. It's Nipstad. Looks left, nobody there. Goes right to Trenbeth. Liza, pick and roll. Kick out right side. Mathis drives the lane, lost it out of bounds, a turnover. Here we are, Tate, 2:24 of the third. No one's made a field goal except for Liza Trenbeth and Sierra Nipstead for Kindred.
Wow.
A deflected ball stolen, and there is a missed layup. That's what we're talking about. Rebound, Sienna Top. Numbers up ahead. It's nice to Coots to lay it up and get fouled by Mathis. She'll shoot 2. I genuinely can't believe I'm saying this, but Carrington's kind of running Kindred out of the gym.
Yeah, there's no other way to put it.
Mara Coots fires, and the lead is 20, 44-24.
If you would have told me the score would have been this with 2 minutes left in the third, I would have told you were lying.
And that's on the Bank Forward scoreboard. Thank you, Tate.
You're welcome.
They're both good. 9 for Mara Coots, 45-24 Cardinals over I promise, a good Kindred basketball team. Here's Trenbeth. Drives left to the baseline, spins back right, lost the basketball, a steal by Aniston Hornet, great defense. They're doing this without Harper Coleman out there. A Hornet 3, wide left and rebounded by Trenbeth. And then she has it taken away by Hornet. Wow.
Oh, that was close to an over and back.
Mara Johnson, this is some kind of impressive by Carrington. Johnson, right side, Sienna Top. Back to Mara Johnson, here's Hornet. Johnson right side, holding. driving left, gets inside, puts it up, missed it, got her own miss, kick out, top. She'll skip it right side. Maya Nice, a three. A little long, backside rebound, out of bounds off Mara Johnson, I believe. No, off of Nipstad. Timeout, Kindred, it's a 30, we'll keep it here. A Dactyl timeout with 1:14 to play in the third, 45-24 Cardinals. We are closer to a running clock than we are drama in this game.
I like that saying. I like
this
that.
has just been a thorough demolition by the Carrington defense.
Yeah. There's a lot of
7 field goals in the entire game for Kindred. 7.
I got nothing. My math is off, but if
2 threes.
Yeah.
For Nipstad, she's got 9. Trenbeth and Nipstad have 20.
Of the 24.
With a minute 14 to play in the third, these two who average 50 a game have 20. Incredible. Harper Coleman's back in for Mara Johnson. Also Cody Thiel for Maya Nice. Off the inbound, it's Thiel in the corner. Top, 1:10 to play in the third. Sienna holds, dribbles around a screen.
He wants to run a set.
Left side, it's Cody Thiel down to Hornet, kick out. Sienna top, open three. It's a little long. Rebound deflects and is saved in by Mara Coots. What a play by Mara.
Wow.
Final minute of the third. It's Harper Coleman down to Coots. Kick out. Hornet, three, splash. 48-24 Carrington. Final 35 seconds of the third. Driving left is Trenbeth to finally get inside and finish. 48-26. Carrington can hold for one. It's Top. Top with 12. They want to hold for the final shot. Sienna, high post feed, backdoor cut. Coleman fouled by Trenbeth. Her fourth.
Wow.
And free throws for Harper Coleman. I want to check this before I say this, but I have an interesting fact for you about Kindred. It comes from a game earlier this year. The free throw is good, and it's 49-26. Kindred beat Devils Lake in Devils Lake 78-59. Both free throws are good, and now they come to Carrington, and it's 50-26 Cardinals. I don't know what that means, but have mercy. Here's Nipstad with 4, with 3, with 2, with 1. Nipstad keeps driving and gets stripped of the ball at the buzzer. We have played 3 on the bank forward scoreboard, and it's a demolition job. Carrington 50, Kindred 26, and Cardinal basketball will continue on the I3G Sports Network.
Napa is your source for quality auto parts for your car or truck in Carrington. Let us use our Napa know-how to help you find the right battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, or other parts you need to get your job done. We also stock tools, equipment, and many other items for cars, heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farm equipment. Order your parts online or drop by today at 490 8th Street North. Call 652-3663. Your Carrington Napa Auto Parts team looks forward to serving you today.
On the field, every second counts, and when injuries happen, you need a hometown advantage. At JRMC Orthopedics, our local team offers fast access to expert care, so you don't have to travel out of town. From sprains and all the way to joint replacements, every same day, we've got you covered. The best plays start with getting back in the game. Orthopedic care that keeps you moving. It's right here. Visit jrmcnd.com to learn more.
50-26 as we go to the fourth quarter. Carrington leading by 24 on the Bank Forward scoreboard. There were 3 ties. They were at 1, 3, and 4, and then Carrington has demolition job this thing. BJ Walters, Tate Wolski, Benny Rappel back with you. Here's Liza Trenbeth to begin the fourth. Goes left side to the foul-stricken Odegaard. Leads for Nipstad, who drives left, finds Odegaard, jumper, finally someone other than the big 2 hits a shot. Odegaard's first basket, 50-28. Here is Sienna Top with 3 to get it across. They finally do. Mara Johnson down the right side, down towards Coots. Spinning, finding Thiel at the head of the key top.
They about
Here's
forgot
Johnson,
about her.
extra pass, Hornet, a 3. No, rebound Trenbeth. 50-28 Carrington. Trenbeth behind the back with a dribble, crosses over going right, gets downhill, throws it up, no but a foul on Coots. Her third, free throws for Trenbeth. Down by 22. 50-28. Trenbeth has hit 3 out of 4, now 4 out of 5. And she does have 14. Sophie Spitzer and Harper Coleman back in for Thiel and Coots. 23 of the 29 for the big 2.
Wow.
Second one, good, 50-30. Left side, Coleman. Through the middle, deflected ball. Big collision, finds Spitzer, down to Hornet, who lays it in. Well, they collided, you got to take advantage. 15 for Aniston.
We're playing hockey, cross-check.
On the right side, Trenbeth spinning, kicking, 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound taken in by Harper Coleman. And here's Aniston Hornet up by 22. Hornet driving left. Leaves for Top in the corner, Johnson. Down through the hands of Spitzer, stolen by Ivy Trenbeth at the other end. Liza throws it up and misses. Rebound Mara Johnson. Good defense by Sienna Top in transition.
Very good.
Top right side. Stops and finds Johnson. Left side Hornet, open 3, bang! Aniston Hornet with 18, Carrington by 25. 55-30. Trenbeth tries to go right, gets trapped, kick out, faking a 3, driving in, laying it up, laying it in, and drawing the foul. It's Kate Odegaard. Chance at a 3-point play, 55-32. Third foul on Sienna Top.
55-32.
He's not going to stop either, letting me have it on this cough. He's not going to stop with 5:57 to go. Free throw, no. And a rebound to Mara Johnson. Mara Coots the other way. Cody Thiel left alone, pops a 3 short. Rebound deflects wide to Nipstad. She's stripped of the basketball, lost it out of bounds. It stays with Kindred.
I think if you're Mr. Broughton here, I think you run some sets here and waste some clock.
Meanwhile, on Fort Totten, Thompson's probably leading. We'll check it in a minute. Here's Nipstad. Driving right, leaving left side. A drive in for a wild air ball by Peterson. Rebound Cody Thiel. Here's Hornet. Spinning away from Nipstad. Hornet, right side for Thiel. She looks and goes back to Hornet. Back to Thiel, who fakes a 3, gets baseline, and called for a double dribble turnover. 55-32 Carrington. And back in comes Emma Mathis. Keep in mind, Odegaard, Ivy Trenbeth, Liza Trenbeth, they all have 4 fouls for Kindred.
Wow.
Carrington have just dominated.
They have.
55-32. Liza Trenbeth, left side. Mathis leaves for Nipstad to drive right. Mathis, a 3. It's short.
Oh.
Rebound, Cody Thiel.
Look like me shooting.
Here's Hornet. On the right side, Thiel barely able to keep the ball in, but throws it away to Odegaard. Up ahead, it's Nipstead. Can she reach the pass? Just barely. And now her pass deflects. Loose ball, held ball, Carrington's ball. With 4:40 to go, bank forward scoreboard, and Carrington up 23.
You ever thought about being an auctioneer?
Oh, God, no. I was asked to once, and I said no, thank you. Thompson is beaten 4 wins Minnewacan 46-38, and we get a timeout called by Carrington head coach Kindred head coach Sam Brandt will take it as well. Dactyl timeout with 4:40 to go. And Cardinal basketball will continue on the I3G Sports Network.
The Carrington Area Healthy Communities Coalition is a partnership of individuals and organizations working together to create a healthier community in which to work, live, and play. They support alcohol, drugs, smoking, vaping, and suicide prevention programs and promote activities such as pickleball, yoga, and park improvement. Their mission is to promote and support physical and mental health activities, prevention services, and community learning initiatives that promote a healthy lifestyle for the people of Carrington and surrounding areas. Visit healthycarrington.org.
It is 55-32. Again, Thompson has beaten 4 wins Minnewacan 46-38. That all but assures Thompson of a chance on their home floor a week from tonight to potentially get that number 1 seed in the region.
Yeah, just got to go through a really tough Carrington team.
Yes, you do. Lemoore will be on Thunder Country 98.3 Saturday. They're beating South Border 69-9 tonight. Mara Johnson.
Yo.
Hornet, Coleman, Hornet, Johnson, right side. Maya Nice is checked in. It's Coleman. So Hornet. Deflected ball, stolen by Nipstead. Up ahead, Trenbeth. She'll lay it up and in. Liza Trenbeth with 17. It's 55-34. Coots holds and gives to Hornet. 4:05 to go. Carrington by 21. They led by as many as 25. Coleman. Coots. Right side, Nice. Corner, Hornet. Skip it, Johnson. A 3. Long rebound, backside, out of bounds. It goes to Kindred. 3:48 to play. Carrington looking like they're about to win their 9th in a row.
It only hurts for a second.
Sienna Top back in. 9 straight wins since that frustrating night in Hillsboro. And really, they've got a 3-point loss, a 1-point loss, and then there's the Turtle Mountain game that we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Because Turtle Mountain was just about perfect that night. Getting inside Nipstead, she misses short. Offensive rebound and throws it out of bounds. A turnover. So Carrington are 5 points from being, what would that be, 13-1?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Well, yeah. I forgot 13-1, and then I added the Turtle Mountain game. Oh.
And there's a poor pass and a Trenbeth layup.
I thought she was going to dunk it.
19 for Liza. Carrington still up comfortably by 19. The other way, Mara Johnson stops, pops, and drops from 15. Mara with 14, and Carrington leads 57-36. Trenbeth, a step back 3, and now she's just getting her average, but it's not going to matter much, 57-39. Here's Hornet the other way, down towards Coots, who will lay it up and miss it. Rebound, Hornet had it, lost it, Coleman comes out of there with it. Here's Johnson, 2:35 to go, Johnson from 15 again, no. Backside rebound, Ivy Trenbeth. 2:30 to play in the fourth. Kindred will drop to 10-5. Left side, Mathis leaves it for Odegaard. Tries to go inside, kick out, Ivy Trenbeth. Here is a 3 for Nipstead that's good. She's got 12, 57-42, and the ball out of bounds to Carrington. 2:07 to go. And a Dactyl timeout is called by Andy Broughton. His team has been in total control. They lead 57-42. And Cardinal basketball will continue on the I3G Sports Network.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they continue to work the land and plant their crops. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
In Carrington, see Randy Hui.
Well, it's not been a perfect fourth quarter, Tate, but honestly, Carrington did their work early tonight.
Yeah, and you needed a fast start against a good team like this, and that's what you got, and it helps you build a comfortable lead, and here you are in the fourth quarter up by however many.
Second straight game that Anniston Hornet has had a big number. 19 the other night, 18 tonight.
Wow.
We'll be joined by Annie as well as Coach Broughton in postgame. This is just not a basketball team I think you want to play right now.
No.
Carrington.
And let's hope this can continue all the way into February and March.
That's what the hope is for this young basketball team. Mara Johnson to Anniston Hornet. Sometimes it's easy to forget there's one senior on the team. Here's Harper Coleman, and it's Sienna Top. Coleman lost it momentarily, leaves for Johnson now, right side. That senior, Sienna gives to Johnson. Coleman, left wing, Hornet, skip it, Johnson in the corner, Sienna Top a three. It's a little long, rebound, backside Coots. 6 to shoot, deflected ball. Mara Johnson, loose basketball on the floor, still loose, Coleman, but the shot clock runs out. Yeah. Shot clock violation, it goes to Kindred.
But you know what? You can look at it one of two ways. Number one, Carrington, yeah, they didn't know what was left on the shot clock. But number two, look at how much time came off the clock.
They burned 35 seconds, that's right. 1:32 to go. Kindred could probably make a couple more baskets and make it look better than it was, but Carrington dominated the game. Here's Nipstead. Behind the back with a dribble, gets downhill, puts it up, missed it long, rebound Coots. Carrington's defense just so good tonight. Here's Harper Coleman the other way. Mara Johnson, corner, top. Gets baseline, Sienna. Throws it back to Johnson, left side Hornet in the corner, Coleman. Skip it, Johnson. Has her pass deflect out of bounds by Trenbeth, 1:03 to play. This might be one of the better performances of the year. It's hard to beat that opening night performance.
Yeah.
But this is one of the better ones. Coleman. Johnson, top. 10 to shoot now. Sienna drives and kicks to Hornet. 6 to shoot. Down to Coots, who puts it up and missed it. Rebound Kindred. One-handed ball up ahead for Trenbeth. She saves it right to Sienna Top. 40 seconds left. Carrington's 9th straight win. Hornet, Johnson, Coleman, Hornet. Top, right side, fakes a three, goes back to Hornet. Here's Johnson, here's Coleman. 10-second difference in the clocks. Hornet, right side, top. Her three is off the front of the rim. Rebound Hornet, back up and gets fouled by Starcevic. And Annie will shoot two. And if she hits them both, she gets 20 points.
Wow.
It would be her second career game with 20. 21 seconds left. Her first one gives her back-to-back games with 19. 58-42. Nice and Spitzer are back in. Boy, it was this time last year that Carrington really was hitting their stride. It feels like it's happening again. 58-42, Cards. Second one coming. Cody Thiel comes in for Harper Coleman. Second free throw for Hornet, gives her 20. and it's 59-42, and now Berkeley Thompson checks in for her. Berkeley, 5'7" junior forward in her 5th game of the year. It's Nipstead back to Trenbeth, down by 17. Trenbeth drives left, gets inside, misses. The ball out of bounds. It stays here. 14.2 to play.
I don't get it.
Does it really matter? She's moving on the inbound, by the way. Trenbeth inside, can't finish. Rebound Maya Nice, and that will do it. Boy, what a nice win for Andy Broughton and company tonight at home over the Kindred Vikings. They win it 58-42 for their 9th consecutive victory, and we'll have our post-game report in a moment when Cardinal basketball continues on the I3G Sports Network.
Rest assured that you'll be treated with the care and respect you deserve at Central Pharmacy. Conveniently located in the heart of Carrington and New Rockford, Central Pharmacy delivers the kind of attention and commitment to improving your health care that the big box stores just can't. Central Pharmacy does it all, from medical supplies to prescriptions, health and wellness concerns. Plus, we have a great selection in our gift, boutique, and decor departments. Visit us on Facebook for up-to-date info. Central Pharmacy, your one-stop in Carrington and New Rockford.
Is it time for you to switch banks? Hi, I'm Tiffany Paulson at Bank Forward in Carrington. At Bank Forward, we have everything you get from a big bank, but we're small enough to give you exceptional service. Make the switch and let us show you the Bank Forward difference. Call 652-2852 or visit bankforward.com today. Putting the customer first since 1927. It's simply the Forward way. Bank Forward, member FDIC.
Reach your summit with Kyle Smith and his staff at Summit Physical Therapy in Carrington. Serving the area since 1997, we offer treatment for pain relief, vertigo, wound care, sports and work injuries, as well as post-op and neurological rehab. Summit Physical Therapy has certified providers in dry needling, Raston, and myofascial cupping. We are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and in most cases, no referral required. Call us at 652-7179 to schedule an appointment today.
Post-game report after a thoroughly dominant performance by the Carrington Cardinals. Honestly, that final score isn't right. It's 59-42, and that does not even tell you how dominant Carrington was. We're joined by Aniston Hornet, 20 points on the night, your second 20-point night of the year, but that's just a really good team performance, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Thank you.
What was working for you guys early? You shot a team that makes their living playing a 1-3-1 out of the zone. Talk us through how you guys were able to do that.
Well, I mean, obviously we always mention our defense. It was great, but I thought our ball movement was really good. Getting those inside touches, and, you know, we had people with good looks, but then we would make that extra pass to get to someone with a better look. So just moving the ball.
And you really frustrated them early in the game. I mean, they got some points in the fourth quarter. They got 16 points in the fourth quarter. Otherwise, you held them under 30 points. Take us through the defense, because that's not an easy team to play against.
Yeah, it's just being disciplined, and, you know, we had some foul trouble right away, so just people stepping up to the plate and willing to play good defense.
9 straight wins. Now I know you girls have had the next game circled for a little while,
Yes.
Hillsborough Central Valley. Looking forward to getting them here and getting them with Mara on the floor.
Yeah, our loss last time kind of stung, so I think we're going to come out hard against them.
Well, Annie, continued success here. You've now scored 39 points in your last 2 games. That's
Thank
a
you.
pretty good number. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is Aniston Hornet. Let's get her head coach in here after career win number 480 for Coach Broughton. And got a couple things off the screen there on YouTube. And Coach, that's such an impressive performance, because they are such a good offensive team. And to hold them to 26 points through 3 quarters, what a job.
Yeah, it's kind of by committee. You know, MJ was guarding Nipstead most of the night and kind of stayed in front of her. You know, Trenbeth went out a little bit, had a bloody nose, and she came back strong. But those two, they're really good players, and they can score when it's one-on-one. But then we had help defense, you know, step in a few times, clog up the lane, and we were able to do that pretty well. And Not that we trained on it last night, because of the overtime game. We didn't do a lot of training last night, but the kids kind of understood that, hey, we're going to look out for those two because they can light it up.
And then offensively, I've seen a lot of Kindred girls basketball since I moved up to North Dakota 4 years ago. They don't get out of their 1-3-1 zone unless you absolutely force them to. And I think Annie made a good point. Your ball movement is really what forced them to.
Yeah, and if you can get over those 6-footers, with the ball, and then find some corner shots, and Mara in the post, so we had a real pretty good balance. Annie did her job offensively and defensively, and but overall our kids moved the ball, and we made the extra pass so well in the first half, and that's how we got that open look, and got a little stagnant late. You're trying to protect the lead and things like that, and then they pressed us into some easy buckets, and that's what we kind of told them early. That's how they stay in games. They get those steals off that 1-3-1 trap, and they get layups, and we did that a few times in the first half, but then that fourth quarter they got it a few times too. So got to clean things like that up.
You also got great work from the free throw line, and in the win Tuesday you were 14 for 24. Coaches don't like missing 10 free throws in a game. Tonight you guys were really good. As you're talking about it, I'll get the final number, but when you got there you converted.
Yeah, and that was big. Marquet took some spills and they pushed her around a little bit, but she got to the free throw line a few times and did the job, and yeah.
16 for 21. That'll work. I mean, that's a good number.
Yeah.
So now you get Hillsborough Central Valley. You're not going to have to give your girls a big pep talk because I'm sure they're looking forward to this one. Just to avenge what was a frustrating night over in Hillsborough.
Yeah, and Hillsborough's improving. They took Grafton into the cleaners.
Did they ever?
So Hillsborough's improving. Their post play is good. Their new guard is good. So we'll have to play well to win that game.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a very well-earned 17-point win tonight, 59-42, and thanks for doing this.
Thanks, BJ. Appreciate it.
That is Cardinal head coach Andy Broughton joining us. We'll take a break, come back. Tate will give us some scores because he's got the better app for that, and we'll recap this one and get ready for Saturday's region matchup as the Cardinals will face Hillsborough Central Valley, and we'll do all of that when Cardinal basketball continues on the I3G Sports Network.
Guard Dental in Carrington has your smile on the mind. Guard Dental specializes in orthodontics, cosmetic dentistry, teeth whitening, dental crowns and bridges, dental veneers, dental implants, general and family dentistry, root canals, clear aligner orthodontics, sedation dentistry, dentures, lasers, TMJ therapy, and wisdom teeth removal. Call Guard Dental today for family dentistry and beyond. Guard Dental in Carrington, 701-652-2300.
Your first car. It may have been a fixer-upper, but you treated it right. It was your own. That's how Showplace Cabinetry approaches each crafted piece. We deliver it to you with care, because it's our own. Central City Lumber can help you choose the design of your dreams. Give them a test drive. This American-made cabinetry is adaptable to your unique style and built with pride. Every single piece is back for a lifetime. Bet you wish you had that deal on your car. Stop in at Central City Lumber of Carrington, and let's build a beautiful kitchen or bath that really turns heads.
Cardinals pretty dominant tonight. They win it by a final count of 59-42. The scoreboard, by the way, never got that right. It's 59-42, the final, as we take a look at the numbers. And Tate, we said that Trenbeth and Nipstad average, just on average, 50 a game. Well, they got 34 tonight. And most of them in the fourth quarter. In fact, 12 of them in the fourth quarter. Trenbeth ends up with 22, Nipstad 12, 4 for Odegaard, and 2 each for Peterson and Starcevic. For Carrington, 20 points from Aniston Hornet, 14 for Mara Johnson, 9 for Mara Coots, 7 for Harper Coleman, 4 for Sienna Top, 3 for Cody Thiel, and 2 for Sophie Spitzer. There were 3 ties in 1 lead change, but they all came in the first 2.5 minutes of the game. Kindred's biggest lead, 1-0. Actually, that's not true. Kindred's biggest lead was 3-1. Carrington's biggest lead was 55-30.
Jesus.
And the Cardinals have won 9 in a row. They win it by a final count of 59-42. Tate, how about some other scores tonight with the qualifier before I throw it to you that one region game, we do have a final from tonight, and it was Thompson defeating 4 Winds Minnewacan in a double counter, 46-38.
Other scores are St. John's over North Star, 41-23 with a minute left in the fourth. Dunseith defeated West Hope Newburgh, 75-58. Lemoore Litchfield Marion all over South Border, 78-18.
Valley City defeated Lisbon, it looks like 84-32.
Scored 32.
Yeah, they got all the way to 32. It didn't look like they would. Langdon defeated New Rockford Cheyenne 58-21.
Oak Grove beat Northern Cass 67-59.
And East Grand Forks beat Grafton 70-65. I guess while we're at it, we may as well take a look at boys' scores because for one half, Valley City had Devils Lake a little scared, but they end up, the Firebirds do, winning 67-53.
St. John over Harvey Wells County, 42-11, with 2 minutes left in the third. Hazen over Standing Rock, 82-43, 6 minutes left in the fourth. Ned Rose beating Stanley, 52-28. East Grand Forks is up 38-33 against Grafton with 2 minutes left in the first. Northern Cass defeats Drayton Valley Edinburgh 62-51.
Class B game, Central McLean number 1, 80-24 over Mandaree. Our Redeemers 90-46 over Surrey, and more closer to home, Medina Pingree Buchanan 58, Barnes County North 46. Tomorrow, region team in action. It's 4 Winds Minnewacan, top team in the state there at Thompson in a Region 2 pointer, and I'm not sure I see that going very well for the Tommies.
No, I think Coach Rick Smith has his team working like a well-oiled machine right now, and you know, BJ, there's times where I wonder if he just doesn't sit back in his chair and say, boy, I run a well-oiled machine.
Well, how about that comeback they had Saturday against Kindred? That was about as good as it gets with Morrell Dane hitting the falling down fadeaway jumper with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, that was impressive, and
it was a great game.
It was. I listened to it, and
I watched it. It was awesome.
It was a fun one to listen to, just the back and forth of it, and how they just scrappy teams find ways to win, and that's what they did.
All right, so Carrington will be back in action Saturday. It's against Hillsborough Central Valley. And look, multiple things can be true at once. Hillsborough Central Valley is a heck of a lot better than they have been in years past. It is also, without question, not a game they would have won if Mara Johnson had played. Let's not sugarcoat it. If Mara Johnson plays, Carrington wins that game. But they didn't do it. And so now it's a chance to get a little measure of revenge, and more importantly than that, it's a chance to go to 9-1 in the region with a tough week next week at Devils Lake and at Thompson.
Ooh, yeah. It's going to be a tough game. Hillsborough's no slouch, obviously. You've got Devils Lake on Monday, who's obviously very good. And then you've got a very good Thompson team who's right now honestly playing out of their minds.
Addie Sage is maybe right now at this very moment the best player in Class A.
Oh, there's no question about it. She's playing out of her mind right now, and in my opinion, if she keeps these numbers up, she's your senior athlete of the year.
Oh, no doubt about that. No doubt. In fact, I think the reason Kaya Hurst got it in volleyball is so Addie Sage could get it in basketball.
Well, yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too and all that. But
before we go, you guys are getting ready for New Salem Almont. I'm not going to ask about how your ankle is. I saw it earlier. The answer is that thing is ugly.
Yeah.
Which is what people used to say to me.
Well,
used to? Maybe they still do.
I've
Nonetheless, you guys are getting ready for New Salem Almont and Thompson and Lisbon in 4 days. 3 games in 4 days for you guys next week.
Wow. That's, yeah.
Two of them at home, though. That helps.
Couldn't tell you much about New Salem. They're a West
scrap last year.
Yeah, they're a West team, so no offense to anybody in the West, but you really don't hear anything out of the West.
You don't, yeah.
And so you really don't know much about them, and then obviously Lisbon's given every team in the state a run for their money. And
if you get the Lisbon that played Central Cass, boy, that's a hard team to beat. But
that
if you
is.
get the Lisbon that played Valley City, well, that's not quite so hard.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. And then Thompson, you guys saw Thompson. Feels like you guys believe you can beat Thompson.
Yeah, I do. We do, and we played them tough for 4 quarters, and that was about all she wrote.
Well, tonight all she wrote was good Carrington defense all night. They never let the Big Two get going. They combined for just 34. They averaged 50. And so Carrington wins their 9th in a row. They're 11-3. Kindred 10-5 after Carrington defeat the Kindred Vikings 59-42. Our great thanks to everybody here in Carrington, Superintendent Janelle Helm, High School Principal Connor Weber, and Athletics Director Carla Michelson. Now speaking on behalf of them and our entire KDAK and I3G Sports Network crew, including Tate Wolski and Vinny Rappel, my name is BJ Walters. One more time, our final count. Carrington 59. Kindred 42. Thanks so much for joining us, and have yourselves a great evening. This is Carrington basketball here on KDAK The Cardinal. Good night from the Central City.
Carrington Cardinal basketball has been brought to you by Guard Dental, Central City Lumber, CHI, St. Alexius Carrington Medical Clinic, Professional Eye Care Centers, Carrington Drug, Headlocks, Arrowwood Prairie Co-op, Beckett Insurance, Sendak, Bassett Motors, Bank Forward in Carrington, High Plains Equipment, Carrington Dental Care, Leading Edge Equipment, Dakota Central, Old National Bank, DJ's Home Center, Evans Funeral Home, Farmers Union Insurance, Randy Huey Agent, Retzlaff Seed and Supply, Napa Auto Parts, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, the Carrington Healthy Communities Coalition, Central Pharmacy, Central City H2O Plus, and Summit Physical Therapy. The proceeding has been a presentation of I3G Media Sports on 1600 100.1 The Cardinal.